And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. Here's Travis Coons now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Breeze now on first down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now it's Jackson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They run again with Jackson. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run it with Jackson. And some room to work. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
On the run, this is Jackson. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either. After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
On third down, Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
And boy, on the first drive of the game, I kept waiting for the field goal unit to come trotting out, but they stayed put. And this is a real statement here as they get a 1st and goal.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Jason Pierre-Paul first burst on the scene for me, headed towards his draft year. You know what I saw him doing? like 15, 16 backflips in a row on a YouTube video.
Athlete.
Absolute athlete. And he uses that agility to slip past guys and make plays in the backfield.
That draft year 2010 15th overall pick. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Leonard Hankerson, his intended target. And it's 3rd and 5. And let's see, 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. That's a tough one not to hang on to on 3rd and goal, but good job defensively to get there and jar it loose.
Agreed. That was really, really nicely done because there's no pass interference on the play. Timing excellent to get in there and knock it away. A win for the defense, and it brings up 4th down.
And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Coons back out now to kick this away after the made field goal. On the return, here's Tyler Varga. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. First carry for Carlos Hyde. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now Breeze. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away. Back deep, Dree Archer. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Now, that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds Quick. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And Coons connects on this one. It's good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So that scores now in their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
On play action, it's Breeze. And he fires one incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it'll bring up third down. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Following the penalty, it's Hyde. That's strong running. And they'll get him down here at the 23. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. On the return, here's Dree Archer. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. Here's Wilson. Caught on the left side. Fitzgerald. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Anytime you call man coverage against Larry Fitzgerald, you're really holding your breath as a defensive guy because his ability to run such precise routes and use that big frame that he has, that body against you, it's going to be very difficult to break passes up against him.
Yeah, when you make 9 Pro Bowls in your first 12 years, you might want to give him a little bit more coverage than that.
Yeah, it's not just athletic ability. He's a thinking man's receiver as well.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they try the right side here. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Third down now following the run. And they'll go on the ground. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And Pete Carroll looks like he likes his chances with the offense on the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Steven Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. Here comes Sherrills. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Play action. Breeze. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Play clock winding down. They'll run from the Wildcat. It's high. Running with Howard. And the gadget package there won't do much for him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with fourth down and a yard.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers. Everyone got involved to force a fourth down.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Breeze got to have this one. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Wilson. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. That'll be a gain of 16. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So another snag for Fitzgerald, who in 2015 became the youngest player at age 32 to hit 1,000 receptions. He's piling up some more.
Well, the way he's playing today, it's almost like he's trying to get a second 1,000 just in one contest. And when they're operating this well and clicking like that, well, that's a big reason why they're winning the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. One receiver left, 2 to the right. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Leonard Hankerson. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. This will be taken about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. Now it's the backup Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Bullard in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Third and long. It's Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Jacob Shum now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. And now a first down following that long gain. Newton on first down. And this throw will be intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Wilson going to throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well.
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Omar Bolden. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Second down following the run. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. The storyline in